私の名前は遠藤純です。ワンテンフットボールを見てます。
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Angels Wear Boots. It was yet another week off for Angel City, but we are here to give you your ACFC fix. Let's start by introducing the rest of the panel. To my left, we have Amanda Philemon.
Hello everybody, I'm happy to be in this chair and seeing you in that chair today.
It's a whole thing, don't get us started on it. And to her left is the other half of Angel City Chicks. We have Nina Kiefer.
Hey everybody, happy to be here again in this chair.
And last but certainly not least, Miss Lauren Sesselmann.
Hello everybody. All right, make sure you're active in that chat. Send us your questions, your comments, agree and disagree with us all show long. We can't wait to talk with you guys.
And make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell.
The energy is high today. I like it. Soccer USA says I'm back. I am, and they brought a lot of energy, and it's getting me going for this show. Well, like I said at the top of the show, Angel City was off again this week, so that means we have a special kind of hashtag trending, and we are lucky enough to be joined by co-founder and president of Angel City Football Club, Julie Uhrman. Julie, thank you so much for carving out some time in your busy schedule for us today.
No, my pleasure. I love your show.
Thank you. Well, we are very glad to have you, and I'm going to go first. So I want to know, what did it feel like after all the work and everything that went into building ACFC? What did it feel like when the team finally took the pitch at Banc of California Stadium?
Oh, I mean, I'm sure Amanda and Nina can speak to it. I'm pretty sure they saw me. I mean, between the tears rolling down my face and the quivering voice, it was incredible. I mean, you set out to achieve a goal, 2 years in advance of achieving it, where so much of it is beyond your control, right? And it's 22,000 fans. And I just remember coming to the Banc for games leading up to it, with the LAFC games and other events there, and just being so daunted by how big it was, and just thinking that there's no way we were going to fill this. And then as we kept getting closer and closer, my mind started to change. I'm like, maybe we can. You'd see the fans come up to our events. You'd see the fans show up for Angel City Day on July 1st that we had at the Banc. And like, you just sort of felt the movement happening. And to have it all come together on that first day, our first game, have the players show up, win 2-1, you can't write it. And if you did, nobody would believe you. So it was incredible. It still feels like a dream. It was magical. I know I said a lot, but I feel fairly speechless about the event.
Same.
But what's so cool is like, we did it again, which was really neat. Like recently we did it again. We sold out again against our home rivals, San Diego Wave FC. And it was sort of a different kind of feeling, right? Because we sort of knew we could achieve it, and we put the goal out there. We talked up the rivalry. San Diego has been incredible on the pitch, just so talented. Everybody in the organization has been incredible to work with and to watch and to learn from. And to see our fans like show up again and to say, this is our house, right? No one's coming in and beating us in our house. And to win that game was just as sort of rewarding and emotional as that home opener.
Absolutely. So you talked a little bit about the movement and everything coming into the matches. Was there anything that surprised you either on or off the field?
The diversity of our fan base absolutely is surprising. We set out to build a fan base that was reflective of Angel City, that was approachable to everyone, and financially affordable to everyone. When we even did prices when we set out to do our ticket pricing, it was about to make sure that there's a price point for everyone. It wasn't about only creating a family experience, or only creating experience for Gold Dads, or only creating experience for soccer fans, but it was really an experience for everyone. So as Natalie would say, like, what does that Sex and the City pregame experience look like? How do we recreate the Jack Nicholson moment of the 1980s at the Lakers, right? And so I was so impressed with how this team came together, like through the Fan Fest and through our run of show pregame, to really create something that anybody could really appreciate, and then to see it in the fan base, which was so diverse from an ethnicity standpoint, from a sexuality standpoint, from an age standpoint, from an understanding of soccer standpoint. Like, I met people who said this is their first soccer match ever. being taken with people that, go to every game they can imagine and fly to Paris for the 2019 World Cup. So to see the diversity and to see that it continues game in game, and I'm consistently meeting new people where it's their first game where they heard that they have to come. That's I'm absolutely most proud of.
Yeah, absolutely. And Julie, you mentioned the family experience. I know you've brought your family to a lot of games, and your sister actually works for the team too. What has that experience been like for your kids coming to the matches and for you being able to have them come to work with you essentially?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, you always want your kids to be proud of what you do. But the first step in that is truly understanding what you do, because they just see work as time away from them. Or they see you taking homework with you. And so, my daughter Elle's almost 14 next week. My son is 11, and they get it. And I hear them tell their friends that my mom owns, Angel City. It's incredibly rewarding because they can see that women can do this, right? To them, it's going to be normal to see a sold out stadium for women athletes. It's going to be normal to see men wear a kit for a women's professional team, right? It's going to be normal for them to see this sort of celebration for these incredible athletes. I'm trying to get them to think that it's not normal to be in the owner's box at every game that they go to. But it's been, I mean, Amanda and you and Nina have seen it. It's been incredible. And I'm just not only glad that I could bring my kids, but, others are bringing their kids. And it's changing the way they're going to view the future. And what we took as acceptable, they're going to demand that it's not, and force change and just sort of pick up the baton from where we left it.
Yeah, you guys have done a lot of amazing things and are a part of a lot of pretty incredible things. One of those programs that you guys established back in October 2021 was the Player 22 Future Program. Can you talk to us a little bit about that? And I think there's some events coming up maybe highlighting around that that we're going to see very soon. Tell us a little bit more about that program and why it exists.
No, absolutely. So we always talked about Angel City's purpose, it's just setting higher expectations on and off the pitch for our players, for our community, for our team, for the world, for women's soccer, for women leaders. And when we thought about what that means for players, we realized that players aren't just the current Angel City players. There's the future players that we want to have a positive impact on, whether it's through equipment or access. But it's also former players who maybe want to stay in the sport or get back into the sport, but haven't realized that there's a role for them or don't understand there's a role for them, don't know how to, can't afford to. Maybe they want to become a coach, but can't afford the licensing. Maybe they want to become a broadcaster, but don't understand, how to go about and do that. And so we realized that setting higher expectations meant also supporting former players. And working with Angela Hutley's-Mangano on our team, we created the Player 22 Fund, which is a fund for any former player to apply for a grant to better their education and their experience as it relates to staying in the sport of soccer. So they could become a coach or a ref or a president, or go back and get their law degree, or anything that they feel they need to be able to get back into the sport. And we're excited to announce that we hit our threshold to launch it. We are launching this fund with the California Community Fund, which is the oldest community fund here in LA. Our goal was $100,000 to kick it off. We announced it last October, as you said, Amanda, and took us less than a year to fund it through donations from incredible partners of ours, through our fans and our supporters who buying the Player 22 merch. And the idea is that now that it's funded, we're just going to continue to fund it and continue to grow it and continue to provide access for former players to get back into the sport. This Saturday, July 30th, against Seattle Reign here at the Banc, our home match, we are doing a big tribute to the Player 22 Fund and our former players, and have some really fun events that are coming. So I'm not going to spoil them. So nice try. You have to come to the match, but in true Angel City fashion, I don't think you'll be disappointed.
I have to say, as a former player, it's absolutely incredible that you did this, because the transition was extremely hard to what was next in life. So you guys implementing this and having this is something truly special. And I know you touched on this a little bit, but my question for you is, what are some of your goals for the club on and off the field for the rest of the season?
Oh, okay. So, well, on the field, our goal has always been to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is an unbelievable league. I mean, you talk about the quality of these teams. It's like, it literally is any given Sunday. Like, I can't like ever wrap my head around what the scoreline is at the end of these weekends and which teams won and which ones didn't. So it's going to come down to the last weekend. Our team is fighting hard. It's a goal that, was, a dream, and now we actually think it's within our grasp. So anything and everything we need to do support our team, so they feel healthy and ready to take us to the playoffs would be incredible. And then off the pitch, we're starting to build out our curriculum and our training for the players that will happen, at their convenience. But it includes media training, PR training, financial literacy, product development, really leveraging the network of the Angel City owners, as well as just the friends and family of Angel City who want to come in and lend their expertise and advice to our players, and then opportunities for them off season or after practice, where they can continue to develop their skills for the time of which they're not kicking a ball anymore.
Wow.
That's really great. And everyone touched on it, but I just want to echo how incredible it is, the work that you're all doing to not only grow the women's game, but also to help develop players even after their playing career is over. It's part of what I do a lot of my work in as well, so I just think it's really cool that that's such a core value to Angel City. So congratulations on all your work, and we just have one last question for you, Julie, before we move on from the chat. We have Benja that wants to know, do you have any pregame match rituals that guarantee a win? Other than a great leather outfit.
Oh, let me tell you something. I'm working really hard on this. Like I don't know if we've gotten 2 in a row yet, so maybe not. I will tell you that I can't eat. I am more nervous than Coach Fea at every game. Like I do not eat until I get to the bank, and then I have a tradition of these incredible tacos that our supporters make, which has become a ritual. And we've had 2 home wins when we've done that. So the tacos is a big part of the ritual. But I'm working on it. God, I wish I could figure out what that is, and I would duplicate it. But
yeah, the chat says tacos, so they agree with you.
Right? It's amazing. It's incredible. Okay. Amanda, you guys have had them,
Oh yeah.
Oh, of course.
We've had our share.
Ben grills up some incredible tacos, and it's the one thing I look forward to.
He does.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep that going anyways. There's probably some good luck somewhere in there, I think.
Yes.
Definitely.
You don't have to convince us to eat tacos.
No, definitely not.
Thank you so much for joining us, Julie. It was really great to have you.
Thank you.
My pleasure. See you guys Saturday.
See you Saturday.
All right. Well, we had someone in the chat actually ask this question for Julie, but I think it perfectly tees up our next segment. With the first half of the season in our rearview mirror, let's start looking forward to the rest of the season. So I want to know something that each of you are looking forward to for the rest of our inaugural campaign. So Nina, you're up first.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the playoff push. I think Thickety Wicket said it. We are 17 points. We are middle of the table. We are 1 seat out of that playoff contention, but we know that playoff performance can be a little different than regular season. So I'm really interested to see how those first-time playoff jitters hit everybody and how we actually end up doing, and what that final push is going to look like. It's pretty exciting. We got some good matchups coming, And it's interesting, as I was looking at this, I also noticed that NWSL, it's a head-to-head tiebreaker. So even though we have the same amount of points as OL Reign, they are ahead of us because they beat us. So that makes this weekend's game even more important and even more competitive in my mind.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting game on Saturday. I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, I mean, this plays right into your playoff push right now. I mean, I think this would be the perfect way to set off the second half of the season with a win that propels us above the playoff line, definitely.
Lauren, what about you? What are you looking forward to?
So for me, mine is just continuing on to the second half of the season and just continuing to gel as a team. We have these newer players that came in. We have a few more that are going to be coming in, and so it's just continuing to gel, continuing to see what kind of team chemistry comes out on which lineup works. We have people that were sick, had COVID, we had some injuries, we had people away for international break. So it's just continuing to see them. I mean, it's the first year, so, and there's been a lot of changes. So it's just, and we have Lucy that's going to be on a red card. So we won't have her this weekend, but it's just continuing to see, you know, the parts kind of fit together and make that puzzle, you know, and to make everything work. So, you know, I have a lot of faith in this team, and as you know, as going off of your point, in my first year in the WPS, it was called the WPS before the NWSL, we had, you know, not the best start to the season, but we came out and we won the whole thing at the end. So there is a lot of soccer left to be played this season. So I have every ounce of faith in this team, and you know, they just have such good team chemistry off the field that it's starting to translate onto the field, and I love what I'm seeing out there. There's such a hard, competitive working team. So
Which do you think comes first, the chemistry off the pitch or the chemistry on the pitch?
definitely the chemistry off the pitch first. If you don't get along, it comes onto the field in practice when you're training hard. But you know, I mingle with a lot of those players, and they all really, really care about each other, and they work very, very hard. And that's evident when you see them in game situations. They are just cheering each other on, and everything that they do on and off the pitch. So I think it's vital.
You can really see that they do have that off-field chemistry, especially when you see like their social media and stuff and all the fun that they're having and all the events they attend together. They look like they're just the best of friends.
Yeah.
And you're right. I feel like, you know, you want to play well for your friends too at the end of the day. And
Exactly.
I love that for them. I think it's going to be a great second half of the season. I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, and we've been talking about these puzzle pieces for months now, so it'll be great to actually like see it in action moving forward. Amanda, what about you?
So for me, what I'm looking forward to is just scoring more goals. I think that is something that we were really, really hungry for this first part of this season. And I think with the addition of LaRue and Emsley and getting Simone Charlie back, and just the way that, like you said, with the players gelling and coming together, I think that we're going to finally see that all come to fruition, that hard work and that team aspect that they've been trying so hard to get all season. And, you know, if you look at the standings right now, we're in the middle of the pack, but we are in 11th place when it comes to goals scored. We've only scored 10 goals this season, and that is right above Gotham with 7.
Is that the same amount that Alex Morgan scored personally?
Scored like 12 at this point.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. So our defense has really held us in a lot of these games, but I really want to see our offense come in and just propel us into, like you said, the playoffs, and that's going to come from gelling. And I think all these topics really do kind of come together, and I think that is what's going to produce some pretty amazing things out on the pitch when it comes to the second half of this season.
Yeah, Daniel T. agrees. He says he's looking forward to Sid LaRue scoring bangers. I agree. I agree completely. I'm ready to see some of those just start hitting the back of the net. And I think, you know, you always say you don't want to like peak too early.
Yeah.
And like if we are just winding up as we're going into the playoffs, if we're gelling, if we're scoring, we're going to do it.
We're like a cat that's kind of crouched down. We see the prey, we're like wiggling a little bit, and we're ready to pounce.
Get your butt in the air, you're like,
we're ready. Let's go.
So real quick before we move on, speaking of cats, but this weekend, who do you think scores for Angel City? You want to see some goals? Who's it going to be?
Ooh, who do I think is going to score? I think Sydney LaRue. I think she's going to get a goal.
Yeah.
I think it's her time. I think she's ready. Yeah, definitely.
Sid?
I think McCaskill, if she can.
Okay.
She's back and good and healthy and everything. And I think she's going to show everybody why she currently leads us in goals scored. I'm just saying.
Lauren, any predictions?
Fields.
Oh.
I gotta give. I love, she's just scoring goals left and right. I love watching her play. I think we're gonna get a little head.
Like on the corner.
Defenders got to go with defenders.
No, but also I am looking forward to seeing Sid get hers, and you know, Emsley she's a great player as well. So I think we're going to get a few goals this weekend. I'm thinking like 3.
I think so too, and I think each one's going to be someone different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we'll see our first corner kick goal with a header from Gilles. That would be a first.
You know who's not going to score? Tyler Lucy.
Oh,
Yeah.
She's on a red card. For those of you that maybe had forgotten, she's going to be on a red card. So this is going to be a very, very interesting matchup. And we have Rapinoe out there. And I think having Gilles back, it's going to be interesting. But yeah, just so you guys know, if you forgot.
Yeah. The Reign have a strong side, so it's definitely going to be an entertaining game.
Lots to look forward to. Well, Amanda actually teed up our next segment perfectly, but rivalries are a big part of sports. We love to see two sides with a tension-filled history go at it. In this week's class of 22, we asked the Angel City players to pick a side in one of the greatest rivalries of all time, Cats or dogs? Take a look.
Dogs. Period. Dogs. 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 I like both though. Dogs. Dogs. Both. Dogs. 100%. Dogs.
Dogs.
Cats.
I literally am like 50-50. I know. I can't even pick this or that. I love both.
Well, I'm biased. I obviously have a soccer-loving dog. She has kittens. We had this conversation. I think like whoever is the cutest and sweetest we'll go with.
All animals.
I was
All
gonna say,
animals.
it's really hard for me to decide. I love dogs,
Okay,
but
pick a side.
my lifestyle only really accommodates cats. We're so
Okay.
busy. We're gone all the time.
Work at the
So
hospital.
if we could have a dog, I definitely think we would, but the cat right now, well, cats, multiple. We have three. Three. But yeah, I love all animals, to be honest, but cats right now for me.
I choose whoever wants to cuddle with me.
Cats or dogs or...
Or
anyone.
okay.
Slide in on that chat. No, I'm just kidding.
Ooh, well, I think that is our cue to move on. But seriously, let's jump into a game we like to play on this show, our version of Fill in the Blank. It's Tap in Merchant. So I'm going to give a statement that is missing a keyword, and our panelists are going to fill in the blanks on their whiteboards with the first thing that comes to mind. So they don't know these statements. This is completely a surprise to them, so let's get going. If I can find my statements. Okay, you guys ready?
I don't
No,
know.
never.
No, we're not.
My spelling
Too
is
late.
awful. This gives me such anxiety.
So, topic 1. Sydney Leroux will score blank goals with Angel City this season.
This season.
This season. Sid will score how many goals?
No one cheat.
Wait, how many games?
Okay, ready?
11 games left.
3, 2, 1. 8!
I didn't cheat.
That's like,
Wait, 4 plus 4.
4 plus 4 equals 8. We were just doing math.
There we go.
See? There's like, okay, so there's what? 8
There's 11 games left.
Okay, so
Plus
okay.
playoffs.
Plus playoffs.
Yeah. I have a lot of faith.
Okay.
Sid,
Daniel T said
I would
15.
love
That's
to see
averaging
that.
2
she's
goals
ready
a
to
game.
unleash the beast.
I would
Let me
love
tell
to
you
see
guys, I
that.
had a chat with her last week. She is ready to go.
Okay.
Oh, so wait, she had insider information.
Yeah, what else
I
did
don't
she
know.
say?
No, I actually just made that up from,
Oh.
But this is just what I feel.
Yeah, right?
I just picked up the phone and called her. No big deal.
Believable. Okay, that's good. I like it.
I think 4 is solid. I mean,
I think
that's
4 is
halfway
very
of the
solid.
season.
4
4
is
is
good, but-
solid. So, that is definitely saying that she's going to do some amazing things, and I'm ready for it.
And
I said, I want more goals, and I think she's going to be a big part of that.
I think she's at like 0.8 for her like expected goals on a game, so 4 would make sense in my mind.
Just
I don't do math
I'm
or
going to be
numbers,
right. I'm going to be right. Just watch.
I hope you're right. I really hope you're right.
Okay, topic 2. You ready?
Yeah.
Blank will be Angel City's MVP in the second half of the season. Don't think too hard. Just write something. And don't flip until I tell you.
I almost went. I got so
I'm
excited.
waiting for Amanda to finish, but I'm not looking at her
Who's
whiteboard.
MVP
Okay,
first?
3, 2, 1. LaRue, Endo, Gio.
Ooh.
Okay. Really quick.
Or DD.
Yeah, really quick. Explain yourself. Why each one?
Well, I mean, she just said she's going to score 8 goals before the end of the season, and I think if that does happen and that does come true, then that would definitely make her a very, very likely candidate for an MVP for the rest of this season. I mean, come on, that's incredible.
Okay, Nina. Why June?
I think June Endo is going to be our lead playmaker. I think she's going to lead the league in assists, and I think she's going to get on the board herself too. I think Endo is going to be our girl.
Okay, and why Vanessa? Other
Okay,
than like
guys.
your Canadian defender
No,
bias.
no. Why is MVP
All bias right there.
No. Why does MVP always go to like a forward? Why can't it be a defender? I mean, Didi or Jills, because look at they even agree with me in the chat, because let me tell you, she is the staple in the back line, and I think defense wins championships, and they're going for the championship. So, that's what I feel, MVP.
Okay, so then really quick, Lauren brought it up. Who rapid fire? Who do you think is the MVP of the first half of the season? Amanda, go.
First half of the season?
Don't think too hard.
Oh, Didi.
Didi.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
Dee
I
has
agree.
carried this team. She set the
Interesting.
chemistry.
I mean, our defense has been a big part of
saved
why
us.
we are where we are.
Yeah, Chris
and I think
agrees. Let's
Judy-
go.
I don't disagree. I just, I
Why,
don't
who do you
forget,
think?
Nina. I don't forget things.
Okay. Okay.
Nina,
So
you gave her a 5, I think.
I didn't give her a 5.
gave
I gave
her
her
5?
7.5.
What?
I did not give her a 5. Goodness.
she saved our butts so many times.
She did, but she had one bad play, and so I just knocked her
You know
down
what? We all
0.5.
have bad plays in our life. It's happened before.
I'm here to instigate.
Roll
I'm
the tape.
here
This
to,
is the instigator chair.
Yeah, I am here to actually keep the ship afloat, but I'm also here to instigate sometimes.
I agree, John.
Cause chaos.
Okay, third topic. You guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Angel City will win blank games in the second half of the season. Win how many more games in the second half?
So there are 11.
11 more games left.
But then there's playoffs after that.
Regular season.
regular season.
Oh, you did say that.
I did not, but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
specifying regular.
Oh,
All right.
In the next 11 matches, they're winning how many games?
okay.
You ready, Amanda? She's still picking.
Just a
Okay.
number.
3, 2, 1.
6, 7, 8.
I can't stand you guys. Okay. I don't think this
Don't know these questions, I promise.
I don't think this really needs much explaining, but who do you think of those 6 who are like 2 teams that you think are for sure?
I think we're gonna come out. I think we're gonna beat. I need to know who we actually play. Honestly, I'm not really. I mean, do we play everybody one more time? I think.
I believe so.
I mean, I think Orlando. I think NC Courage.
Oh,
I think.
sad. Don't pick on the lowest on the
Chicago.
totem.
I think
Stars.
Chicago. I think
Good.
Gotham.
Sarah's
Kansas
gonna come
City.
get you.
Chicago's good.
I think.
Are good.
I think just over half of the games left that we win, I think, is a solid prediction. Doesn't mean we lose the other 5. Those could definitely come out as
Nice.
draws, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that either.
Okay, so Orlando and NC are your 2 that you think we're gonna.
Here's the thing. I think it's all just going to be on the uphill. I don't think that we are going to lose any. I think we're going to get 4 draws and 7 wins.
Okay, but pick 2 teams.
2 teams. I mean, Pride and Courage. I feel bad.
Those are
but,
not
like,
picking on the bottom of the table.
People say Courage now because like they used to be such a powerhouse, but
Yeah, they're just
I know.
struggling.
But
Okay.
they also don't have as many games played. They
they've
have
only played
yeah.
9.
And I think San Diego's played 13.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot of points out there. So to say
Yeah.
they're at the bottom of the table because they're not good is probably
And
inaccurate.
a lot of them too is they've drawn a lot of their matches.
But
too.
also
Yeah.
with that many games in hand, and the schedule's not going to go too much longer, we're going to start to see them get tired. The push from their schedule is going to be hard. I mean, I think you guys talked about it last time on the show. The September schedule for us is insane.
Yeah, the
Can
two
only imagine if we also
yeah.
had to make up, 2-3 games on top of that.
yeah.
Okay, you're 2.
I would say Gotham and Pride.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will see. I just also do this for receipts because then later, if you guys are right or wrong, I'm gonna
All right, you're going to bring it back to us.
come bring it back.
I mean,
All
I
right.
like beating Gotham because it's kind of like, hey, we took your coach, we took your keeper, we took your
Also, the
your
first game
keeper
win of the
coach. Like,
season.
All the
Yeah.
all the
I
drama.
like those.
Last topic. Ready.
Okay.
Angel City will finish in blank place this regular season.
Angel City will finish in.
Where are they finishing in the table? And then don't flip your board yet. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Wow. Okay, we're all kind of on the same page.
So then, really quick, out of this prediction, who's finishing above?
I think OL, probably Portland, or San Diego and OL.
Yeah. I
think OL's going to make a push. I mean, they've added some big names. We know that. And I think when they're all playing on all full strength, I think they're going to be tough. I think Saturday's game is going to be fun to watch, to be honest. But I think they're going to do well. San Diego obviously at the top, and I think we're gonna
What about
do
Louisville?
some good stuff.
Ooh. Louisville, like nobody ever talks about Louisville, but they're good.
Absolutely. I mean, there are a lot of teams that are good. I mean, there's not a lot that separates us from bottom to top, to be honest, across the board. It's all very tight
close.
up until the end. We've seen this every season where the bottom person 2 wins away from being right, up there in the top 3. So
And that's why it's
Very
called
interesting.
the beautiful game.
it is beautiful.
And I mean, I will say I do think that Wave are going to end up finishing on top. I think they're going to take it. Not playoffs, like we're going to win, obviously, but I think Wave are going to end up in that #1 spot, and that angers me because I don't want our inaugural season to be about the Wave. Like, I think we need to find a way to knock them down.
But even if they finish, we're just going to beat them when we have to beat them. So.
True.
So,
yeah.
okay, really quick before we move on. She had third, so who's the other team? If you agree with San Diego and OL, who finishes above them? Portland?
I think Portland.
Portland
yeah.
and Louisville.
So yours are Portland, Louisville,
Wave.
and Wave?
Yeah.
And then Angel City in fourth? In no particular order?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm being optimistic.
Again, receipts for later.
I like it.
That was fun. No, that was a fun game, and now it's time for everyone in the chat to join in on the fun. So if you have any questions, it doesn't have to be football related. Please ask. Okay, we have one here from Benja. Who will be the most valuable addition to the roster at the end of the season? Let's.
Valuable.
Ooh,
addition.
Ben.
Yeah. Like, who
Coming
do
with
we
the
need?
fire.
We always talk about what we need.
Are we
but-
gonna? I mean, we know
I-
Almuth is coming, but I don't know if we're gonna see another signing.
Well, I think addition to the roster, I feel like, I think that they're talking about who we've added, since the
So far?
season so far. And I think, if things go the way that we're predicting here, I think LaRue is definitely going to come out as one of those valuable signings that we've had. And I'm looking forward to that being a receipt.
This whole episode is just going to be.
Right.
That set of receipts.
Yes, yes.
Chris agrees with you. He says LaRue too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think all of our signings lately have been incredible, and you got to give it up to the defense.
Woo woo!
Just
know
like
what?
lobbing it up there for
Finally,
you.
I appreciate you giving the defense some love.
Did any of you get any questions on social media?
Did you look?
I'll maintain.
No,
Okay.
just more about like when are people going to be healthy, and I think
Yeah.
that's something where we're just still all sitting here going, please get healthy soon.
So, okay, then let's look forward to the game on Saturday against OL Reign. Who do you each think will be a key person to watch for on the opposition? We just confirmed Megan Rapinoe's out.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Rose Lavelle, Tobin Heath.
Tobin Heath.
Yeah.
Their keeper is not someone to sleep on either, so it is going to be difficult. I think it's Tulis Joyce as their keeper, so
Oh,
that's
Been having an
She's-
incredible season.
been amazing this
Yeah,
season.
and she got called up too because of how she.
I know.
Well. Yeah.
It's kind of hard when you've got two great keepers on the field. I wonder how that scoreline is going to play out.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing for us is going to be trying to figure out that missing piece in the defense, because Tyler Lucy, who's been playing there, we know is out on a red card. So fortunately, we've got Gilles back. And, Lauren, I don't know if you've gotten the call yet.
Yeah. I'm ready. You need a lefty, I'm ready. No, I'm just kidding. But also Fishlock has been having an incredible season. as
Yeah.
well.
Oh my
we
gosh,
always-
yeah.
I love her tenacity in the midfield. So it's
They're
gonna be-
good.
I want to see Recaro. You better slide tackle her, girl. I love it. I love it.
So then, really quick score prediction.
Score prediction.
Ooh, I was really wrong last time. So I'm
You're
not very
really
good at
wrong.
this.
I'm going to go 1-0. I
For
think
who?
for us.
Okay.
I think Angel City pulls out the win. I'm going to give the goal to Emsley.
Okay.
I'm going 2-1.
That's what I'm thinking too.
I'm going
2-1.
2-1. I think LaRue's going to get one.
Mhm.
I'd love to see Emsley score again as well, just to kind of solidify that forward position that they're in. But 2-1, I think. I think Dee Dee's going to hold it down back there. She's probably
Yeah.
going to. There's going to be a lot coming at the defense, but I think they're going to hold it down and prove why they are pretty much at the top of the table when it comes to goals not allowed. So.
Do you think this game sees a red card?
Good.
I think there's a very good
Maybe
chance.
Fishlock gets one. No, I'm just kidding.
Right?
Well,
I mean-
our lovely admin also, hopefully we can avoid Heidema. We cannot sleep on Jordan either.
Yeah, she's been starting to play. Yeah.
That's why I'm kind of scared. I think we are going to see a lot of fouls in this match. I think it's going to be higher than normal. But I think you're also going to see a really high amount of passes and pass completed for this because of the talent on the pitch. But I'm thinking those yellow cards are going to fly.
I think Jill's gonna have Heidema. Don't worry. I know she knows how to play against her. She's got her.
She's got it.
So we're going to do a fun one before we move on. What is everyone's drink of choice when on vacation?
Ooh.
Drink of choice.
What kind of vacation are we on, though?
Are we going to the
non-work.
Bahamas for our birthday?
I like pina coladas.
So is it pina colada?
Getting caught in. Yeah, I like pina coladas.
Okay.
I wish I was on vacation.
I love a good Mai Tai. Mai Tais.
Okay.
For sure a vacation drink.
If I'm on a beach and we're relaxing, I want a mojito.
Oh.
I love a good mojito.
Yeah.
And a good cup of hot cocoa.
Hot cocoa.
It's snowing. With extra
I was like,
marshmallow.
on a beach?
With
I do
the
not
Baileys.
want hot
If it's
cocoa.
snowing, I want like an Irish coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm
Definitely.
very
Great question.
basic. I like a paloma. You can't mess up a paloma.
Ooh.
And almost every bar is going to have
I've never had
grapefruit.
one.
Yeah.
You know what it is?
Oh,
Yeah. Grapefruit? Oh, I don't know.
so Canadian.
Do you not like grapefruit?
I don't know.
That's generally why people don't like them.
Grapefruit
I don't-
hurts
yeah.
my tummy.
Oh.
But I still
I
like
do.
a
I
paloma.
like them.
I love how people say this. It's going to look more like a hockey game than a soccer game.
Yes,
It definitely
Chris.
will. It definitely will. I like, because, well, Lavelle doesn't like to get, like, hit, so. We'll talk about that because that's going to be my stoppage
I'm
time.
still all for, you know what, maybe I'm the only one here. I still think it'd be really fun to do it hockey style, and instead of like giving them a yellow or red, just put them in a penalty box and make them sit there.
Okay,
for-
then
do that
I would
for
love to be
indoor
signed for that
soccer.
game.
Do you know how fun that
that
would
is
be?
how indoor soccer
That's
works.
how indoor soccer is. It is hockey on turf. It's
Right.
5v5 with penalty boxes.
It would be
They get
so
a blue
fun.
card.
They get it, yeah.
Brian, how much rest do you think ACFC will have? I don't think so. They've all been training, so.
Yeah.
they'll-
Power plays and every
Yeah,
sport.
no rest. No rest. They're good. They're gonna be great. They've still been training.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. They
Yeah,
got some-
everybody pray for a competent ref. I agree
Oh
with you.
my gosh.
I agree.
Yeah, that's our biggest thing that we need.
Well, thanks for joining in on the chat, everyone. We always enjoy this time of our show, but unfortunately, we are coming to the end of the show. But also, fortunately, we get to go to stoppage time, and I'm so excited that I'm going to go first for stoppage time this week. But I'm going to keep it short and succinct. Sam Kerr is the first woman on the global cover of an EA Sports FIFA game, and I just want to talk about how incredible this is. Little known fact about me, actually worked in video games, so I know how much work goes into securing a cover athlete, and it takes a lot of time to obviously go through their agents and go through all the rights to have an athlete on the cover. So props to EA for doing, quite honestly, the bare minimum and having a woman athlete part of that conversation, but having Sam on a global cover. And I will just really quick explain what that means, because Lauren had pointed out that Christine Sinclair was on a cover once, but she was on a local cover in Canada. So Sam is on the global cover. You go to any store, Amazon, doesn't matter. Her and Kylian Mbappe are gonna be on the cover. So props to EA Sports, and just congratulations, Sam. It's really important. Representation matters, and it's great to see the women's game grow.
Let's go. I love it.
Sorry,
I absolutely love
Round of
that.
applause for that. 'cause That's sick. That's so sick.
Amazing. Something else that's super exciting, we now have the location for the finals this year. That's right, the weekend of October 29th. We'll be taking it to a grass pitch out in Washington, D.C., going to Audi Field. The stadium has 18,000 seats, and I guarantee you this one is going to sell out. The Spirit usually play their games there. They had 6 games this season. They're hoping to play more next season. But I'm just excited, you know, as the sport continues to grow, and we heard all the cries for grass pitch, you know, good playing slot for the TV rights and everything. You know, I think this is a great move by the league in picking an awesome stadium that we can sell out and that we know has quality facilities for everyone. And hopefully, being on the East Coast, it's going to give us a really good time block too, so that way everyone will be able to tune in.
Well, I love that. All right.
Wait, are we all going together? It's Halloween. It's Halloween
Let's
weekend,
go.
too.
Should we go?
Let's go. I think we should all go to this
Our
game.
producers, are you sending us to
Yeah.
this match?
I think they just said it
The
in our
fans
ear.
want us.
Yes, we have confirmation. We will be attending.
Fans, I know you guys want to hang out with us.
Oh, we were
Tacos.
Wow.
Tacos.
I think we just got shut down,
we were
guys.
basically told. Cute.
If anyone's listening and they want us out there, we'll be there.
Yeah.
Help us.
Start the GoFundMe now.
Amanda, all you.
All
What's your
right.
stoppage time?
So after 33 years, women have returned to the most watched sport in the world, and I'm talking about the Tour de France. And if you're wondering why am I talking about cycling on a soccer show, well, it's because women's sports are trending hard right now, and they have brought this back. And honestly, the Tour de France, women being in it, it's about so much more than just the sport itself. And let me tell you why. Because from 1984 to 1989, they did compete in it, but because of lack of financial backing and because of a lack of interest in women's sports, it was canceled, unfortunately. But yesterday, July 24th, it came back largely in part to the fact that companies that invested in sports are seeing fabulous returns when it comes to investing in women. And they have seen that women are basically kind of garnering more attention right now from fans and from markets out there. And they're leading the belief that women are probably one of the best investments right now in sports. And another reason I think this is so important is because we need more media coverage for women in sports. I think I read a quote somewhere where they said, if all women see growing up are women in fashion, they're going to think that that's the only avenue that they have when it comes to what they want to do in life. So the more times we put women out there front and center in sports, whether it be soccer, whether it be cycling, or any other sport out there, it's going to give these little girls something to strive for and say, hey, if they can do it, I can do it. And it's sad to me that for the last 33 years, women have grown up not realizing that cycling was an avenue that they might be a part of. But that changed yesterday, and I'm so excited for that. It just shows the growth that women have made when it comes to sports and being in the media, and the growth that I think fan bases have made in accepting and loving and wanting to see more of women out there in the spotlight. So
Amen.
Absolutely.
so happy about that.
And that's kind of like what Julie was talking about earlier at the start of our show in the interview. You know, it is important. We know representation matters, and the more we see women in the spotlight, you know, sky's the limit. Sorry, watch out, everybody.
Yeah.
We're coming.
Exactly.
Oh, and speaking of that, that leads me right into mine because Canada is coming. Hey! Mur said it best about the competent ref, and we did not have a competent ref for the CONCACAF qualifying final. U.S. they booked their spot to the Olympics as well with that, but both U.S. and Canada booked Women's World Cup. Woo! Canada for the 8th time in a row straight. Going to the World Cup. We will be there. I don't know, I'm just putting it out there. We will be there.
Confirmation.
But I have to say, I'm a little upset that it was 1-0. Somehow the U.S. won again. I think there was a little money under the table there because let me tell you, and I
Bitter.
looked at, I looked at everything on Twitter and what everybody was saying. Everyone says that was not a good foul. That was not a foul.
All the best information comes from Twitter.
It does. Because I watched it. She dove. Lavelle dove. And she's going to be diving this weekend when they play Angel City. So refs, if you're listening to this and you're going to be reffing this game this weekend, watch out for the dives. But anyways, I just want to say I am super proud of Canada and how far they've come. Was that a clap? I don't know what that was. Yes.
It's the Canada flag.
My goodness. That's the flag. Maple leaf for life. But yeah, I just want to shout out to US as well. There was a little Twitter banter going on between the teams after that. Alex Morgan. But I do have to give her some credit because she always has Canada's back on anything like the equal pay. So I appreciate that as a player. But yeah, it's going to be a fun World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
And also just FYI, if you guys are watching the Euros tomorrow, Wednesday,
Yes.
we got semifinal showdown. It's going to be amazing. Some great soccer. You guys are going to have to check it out.
I love it.
That's great. And speaking of Alex Morgan, really quick, Jesse in the chat, she was on the cover of FIFA 16, but it was a local cover here in the US. So the difference is Sam is on a global cover, meaning it's available everywhere. But yeah, thanks for fact checking me. All right, time to put a bow on the show. Don't forget, if you love to consume podcasts, this show is also available in that format. Just search 110 Football in the app of your choice. And there's more 110 Football to look forward to this week. Friday, Vince will be joined by Max Bredos and the defenders of the Banc, Philly and Scarf for our tailgate pregame. Go hang out with them before and after the match as the Black and Gold host the Sounders. That will be Gareth Bale's first home game. Tune into 110 Football's YouTube channel if you can't make it in person. Then on Monday, LAFC 360 and Angels Wear Boots are back at it, breaking down everything that happened this weekend. We can't wait to see our Angels back on the pitch, taking on OL Reign. But that's our show, everyone. Thanks for always hanging out with us here.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody. We love you all.
guys.
Oh, yeah. Lauren, you want to
Okay, so our producers want Lauren to wear a U.S. jersey the next time Canada loses. What do you all think? Yeah.
Because next time we play, you guys is gonna we have a gold medal wrap. Hey, so that means you gotta wear some Canadian red and white, baby.
All right, there we go.
Okay, bet.
Receipts.
Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Canada. Ooh, sorry.
Follow 110 Football and subscribe to this channel.